Preparation in Chicago as city officials seek to turn a vacant parking lot into a temporary winterized tent community to house migrants. The city of Chicago inked a deal with the owners of the vacant lot located at 38th in California in the Brighton neighborhood back in October, according to NBC News Chicago. However, construction on the project has yet to begin, and Mayor Brandon Johnson's office has yet to announce when building will get underway. Some Chicago residents are not happy about the temporary winterized tent camp. A half dozen residents filed suit against the city over the proposed project, asking the court to issue a preliminary injunction to halt construction before the property can be transformed into a base camp for nearly 2,000 migrants currently living in Chicago's airports, police stations, parks, and on city sidewalks. Two of those plaintiffs are set to appear in front of a judge Monday. For city officials, it's another hurdle in finding migrant housing before Chicago's brutal winter weather sets in. Last week, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker announced the state will spend $160 million to address Chicago's migrant crisis, with $65 million earmarked for the winterized tent housing project.
We have a Congress abdicating its responsibility and border politicians using human beings as political pawns in their partisan games. Even with some help that we're getting from the federal government, we're being forced to try and solve a federal-sized problem at the state and local levels.
With immigration a top issue for voters in 2024, a June Gallup poll shows 68% of Americans say immigration is a good thing for the country, while 27% say it's bad. And nearly half say immigrants make drugs, crime, and sometimes taxes worse for Americans. And according to a recent NBC News poll, roughly 3 out of 4 registered voters support more funding for security along the U.S. border with Mexico. Some immigrants who have been in the U.S. for years say new migrants are getting special treatment from the White House, causing tensions between the groups. President Biden's new legal pathway for asylum seekers requires no waiting period for those seeking work permits.
Todos tenemos el derecho de venir a este país a progresar un poco, ¿verdad? El único problema es de que ellos han llegado, llegan y les dan sus documentos rápido, y a uno que lleva años aquí y a uno no le quieren dar nada.
Meanwhile, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said he plans to bring Biden's Ukraine aid package to the Senate floor the week of December 4th. And Republicans are looking to strike a bipartisan immigration deal to tighten asylum laws and attach it to that aid.
We should be able to come together and figure this out. Our country is at risk. This is a national security issue, not to mention drugs and everything else that the Border Patrol can't go interdict because they're processing so many migrants at this time.
Congress has not passed meaningful immigration reform since the Illegal Immigration Reform and Immigrant Responsibility Act of 1996.